and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest podcast in the world of all time ever made. Welcome to the Zander Rice Show. My name is your host, Zander Rice. You know, I was born at a very young age, and since I was a child, I've always wanted to do a podcast, and I did one, and it was called the ZRice Films Podcast, or the ZRice Podcast, and it lasted for a couple episodes, and it was pretty great. Then I remembered, I went back through the archives, and I looked at, that wasn't the first podcast that I made. I actually made another one called the Zander Rice, I think it was the ZRice Films Podcast, or the ZRice Films Show, and I had some friends on there, Heath Rowers, Mr. Aiden Stemple, who I'd love to get on this podcast. Aiden, reaching out to you now. So it's been a very interesting time. My podcast world, the history of me doing podcasts. But here we are now. We're in the present. We're in the now. And there's no better time than the present, as they say. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of things have been going on in my life and in the world around us. And we're going to talk about it all. And because this is a finance podcast, you know we're going to be talking about that stock market as well, as we do here at this movie production company, ZRice Films. We talk about the stock market. It only makes sense. Let me clip this real quick because I have something to take care of. Today we are trying water, Gudetama water bottle. I need to get a new one. It's looking a little scuffed lately. The Gudetamas are kind of falling off, and I don't really know why. I guess it's just kind of old, I guess. Sorry about that. And we have some pre-workout. I thought, you know what would be fun if we did just a shit ton of pre-workout in this video. We're gonna pour it inside this water bottle, and yeah, if you're listening to this, I'm pouring pre-workout. But if you're watching this, then you know what I'm doing. Not really. I'm kind of doing it off camera. Well, how much How much do we need? Well, how much is a tablespoon? Okay, first off, it's called Muscle Tech Burn IQ. Why is that spicy? It's like my tongue is on fire. Okay, it says brings the heat. Interesting. Metabolize carbs and fat 2 times the weight loss, energy, focus. Okay. Well, I'm trying to look for the, no, not directions, not the warning. We don't need to read the warning. Burn IQ. I literally don't see how much is in a scoop. Consume 1 serving of Burn IQ, 10 ounces of water per day for up to 3 days. For more energy, mix 2 servings with 20 ounces of water. Do not exceed 2 scoops in a 24-hour period. So no more than 2 scoops in a 24-hour period. Well, what happens if we do more than 2 scoops? What happens then, huh? 1 scoop here. Because we are crazy. 1 scoop there. We're going to do 2 scoops. 2 scoops there. It literally says do not... That's potent. Like, got it in my nose. And... God. 3 scoops. There. This is more than the recommended dosage. So do not try this at home, folks. Do not, if you're taking Muscle Tech Burn IQ Smart Thermo Ultra Clean Energy and Cognition fueled by Efinity Sweet Heat Flavor, do not go over the daily recommended amount. Do not do what I am doing. That's illegal, alright? Alright, so there we go. We got it in there. Now we just gotta shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Nice and good. You know, you might be asking yourself, why Zander? Why pre-workout? It's because I ran out of caffeine for the day. I don't have any coffee in my house at the moment, and I don't have any energy drinks, and I need a little bit of a boost for today, because today's a special day. Today we're doing a special episode of this podcast, and there's a lot I gotta talk about, and, you know, Alright, that's pretty good. Pre-workout. Might have to do some squats later in the podcast. Oh, man. Since the last episode that we did, I had my good buddy Zoe Donuts. You know me talking to the mic now. I had my good buddy Zoe Donuts on the show, and it was a lot of fun. I must admit, it was a lot of fun. It's I think it's one of our most successful podcasts to date. So thank you, Mrs. Zoe Donuts, my sister. She is or was a fantastic YouTuber. So if you haven't subscribed to her already, I recommend subscribing to her. She doesn't really post. She's one of those that she posts whenever she wants to, really. It can be 2 years of no posting, and then one video will randomly drop, but, we love her for it. And, yeah, I think her content's great. I'm always pushing her to make more videos because I really just like what she comes up with, and it might take her a while to make them. She might film them and then never edit them, but I'm always like, hey, I think you should edit them. And I know you don't want to be a YouTuber or anything like that, but they're just funny. I'm just a fan, so of course, as a fan, I just want to see more content. So that's pretty much it. Speaking of more content, Mr. Kevin Smith is making a new movie, Jay and Silent Bob Store Wars. It just got announced at Comic-Con a few weeks ago. And the reason I bring up Mr. Kevin Smith is because I've been rewatching all of the View Askewniverse movies with my brother Blaze, Mr. Wowzers. Been kind of going on a comedy binge lately. Showed him why we watched Superbad together, the 21 Jump Street movies, This Is the End. And then now we're watching all the View Askewniverse films, and I told him, like, hey, this was kind of like a little a cinematic universe before the MCU even started, before it even existed, and which is kind of true. The View Askewniverse, it was a collection of films, not really held together by sequels, but it was more just they all consisted in the same world, and Jay and Silent Bob are kind of the horcrux of that. They're in the center of every film. Passing by, whether they're the main characters or not, Jay and Silent Bob are in every single movie. So we've kind of gone out of order slightly a little bit. We started with Clerks, and then we went to Mallrats, and then we went to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then we went to Dogma. I think we went to Dogma, yeah, and then we went to Chasing Amy. And then we went to Clerks 2, and then we went to Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and then we went to Clerks 3. So we didn't really do an order of release. We were just kind of like blah, blah, blah. But we made sure to watch at least the Clerks movies in orders. Clerks 1, 2, 3, we watched them in that order. I'm trying to think what my favorite ones are, to be honest. And if you haven't seen any of these films, I recommend them a lot. Jay and Silent Bob, I'm sure you've heard of them. Stoner duo, kind of like Cheech Ching Chong, Bill and Ted, stuff like that. Even though Bill and Ted weren't really stoners, but they sure acted like it some of the time. I don't know. Comedy duo, Jay and Silent Bob, and yeah. Well, I think they're pretty great. Some films touch on love and romance. Some of them are more dramatic, like Chasing Amy. And some of them are just silly, goofy comedies. And that's the Jay and Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, I'd say. Clerks 1 and 2 are up there, I think, with the best of the best. I think Clerks 1 and 2 are probably my favorite ones of all of the View Askewniverse films. And, I watched Clerks 3 in the theater when it came out. I went with my homie, and we saw it together. And it was, I remember really liking it at the time. And I'd only seen it that one time, about 2 years ago, when it came out. And hold on, let me get some of my pre-workout. Alright. And I remember really liking it, to be honest with you. And maybe just because of the crowd and the heat of the moment, and maybe because I got to meet Kevin Smith afterwards, and I had him sign a Tusk poster. I'll talk about meeting Kevin Smith in a little bit. But I don't know. I gave it. I remember I'm on Letterboxd, so I gave ZRice Films on Letterboxd. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars for Clerks 3, which is pretty high in my opinion. From the way I rate things, 4 stars or higher is like excellent. And anything below that is like pretty good to, and then 0, half a star. I barely give any films half a stars because I try to I don't know. I just haven't really watched any like horrible, absolute dog poopy movies yet lately. Not saying I haven't given movies half stars. I definitely have for sure, but just haven't really done that lately. Maybe it's because it's my lack of watching new movies. I've been rewatching a lot of stuff lately, which I usually don't do, or really never did the past few years. I've just always been looking for the next big thing to watch, the next thing. I like moving forward and not looking back. So if someone says, hey, do you want to rewatch Pulp Fiction, or do you want to watch this new Japanese horror flick, I'll be like, let's go with the Japanese horror flick. Even though I do like Pulp Fiction, I'd just rather watch something new. And that's pretty much been the case for the last 2 years. But lately, these last few months, I've just been rewatching a lot of shit, and I can't really explain why. It's just I don't know. I've been rewatching all the Twilight movies with my friends because my brother Blaze has never seen any of the Twilight movies, and I've been rewatching these Clerks movies, the View Askew universe films, and that brings me back to Clerks 3. So when I watched it in theaters, I really liked it. I was surrounded by Kevin Smith fans of all ages, and the film was pretty special. And but rewatching it again, I saw it in a different light. The hype was gone. I was not in the theater. I was with just me and my brother watching it on the TV screen, and I have it right here on Blu-ray. Actually, I remember liking it so much I bought it. And same with Reboot. I really liked Reboot, and honestly, when it came out, I liked Clerks 3 better than Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. But now I think that opinion has changed a little bit, and I kind of want to make a ranking all of US Universe films video, but I think I'm going to wait until Star Wars comes out, and then I can just include that into the list. But Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, Clerks 3, here's why I didn't like Clerks 3 as much the second time. And fast forward about 30 seconds if you don't want to hear spoilers, alright? 30 seconds. Starting now. Okay. Alright, spoiler talk for 30 seconds. Because they killed off Dante, and in the most unsatisfying way possible. I think it was very anticlimactic. Rewatching it again, and his whole arc was building towards finally going out there, finally starting a new life, starting something new. And with the loss of his wife, it meant that, he was going to be propelled up and finally take charge of his own destiny. But then he dies. And it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just depressing. Clerks 3 is just fucking depressing. There's not as many big laughs in it as the previous films. Not even in, I think, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is even a far, far funnier film. And Clerks 3 is just sadness. Everyone's kind of old. Everyone's kind of sad. I don't know. I still like Clerks 3. It does have some bright spots in it. There's some funny stuff about, they're making Clerks, and a Clerks movie. Randall is making a movie, and it ends up being the first Clerks, and yeah, stuff like that. So I like that aspect of it, the filmmaking part. I love movies about making movies. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I probably have. I feel like I've said this out loud. Maybe just to friends and family, but I don't know if I've actually said this on camera. But it's weird. It's like this subgenre. I don't really know what to call it. Movies about movies. Movies about making movies. So I love stuff like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And, gosh, what's another movie about making movies? Or movies about movies. I don't know. Cinema Paradiso. 8.5. Stuff like that. And maybe that's why I like Clerks 3. Because it's about people making a movie. It just appeals to me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. All right, get off my back. I know Clerks 3 isn't the best movie, but goddamn. But yeah, I've been enjoying all the other View Askew universe films as well. Chasing Amy, I hadn't seen 5-6 years, and then I watched it again for the first time. See, told you I don't rewatch stuff, but I watched it again, and I was like, Chasing Amy's pretty good. Yeah, not bad. But yeah, so I've been watching the View Askew universe films, and meeting Kevin Smith. So at the Clerks 3 premiere, and it was at the Balboa Theater in San Diego. I went, and for the last two films that he's made for VSK Universe, Kevin Smith has kind of gone on the road, touring the film. It's like he has a concert. It's like he's a band, but instead of playing a set, he plays his movie on the big screen. So he comes out, he introduces it, and then after the movie ends, there's a bit of a Q&A afterwards. And if you have a VIP ticket, which I did have, you were allowed to a meet and greet, which means you can get something signed by him, anything you want. And then you take a picture with him, and you're on your way. And so when we did the Q&A, he was like, all right, guys, we're going to open up to questions about the movies. If you have any questions at all, let me know. We're going to answer them all. And people started lining up, a couple dozen people. And the first guy answered his question. I don't even really know what it was, but he answered the question. Kevin was like, that's a great question. And then he went on and on and on. Kevin Smith went on for an hour and a half, dude. I swear to God, hour and a half, maybe hour 45 about this one guy's question. I was looking at the time; it's like midnight already. I was like, it's getting pretty late. Midnight. I think it was starting to head into 1 a.m. territory. I don't know, dude, but it was late at this point. And then after there was a minute. There was a minute there where Kevin Smith stopped himself. I think he was just high, dude. He just stopped because he just went on a million different tangents for about an hour and a half. And he was like, what was your question again? And then the whole crowd laughed. And then he was like, well, hopefully it answered it. But we are out of time. And I'm sorry I didn't get to anybody else's in the Q&A. And then everyone was like, oh, damn. And I was like, this is kind of funny. He's just going on a tangent. But then he went on like an hour 45 minute long tangent, and I was like, God damn, I feel kind of bad for this guy. I feel kind of bad for everybody else that wanted to ask him a question, and I didn't get in line. I was like, I don't really know what to ask him. I could have asked him a question, but I didn't really know. I didn't have anything in mind. I just sat back and watched the Q&A, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I don't think I would have gotten my question answered, to be honest. But so after that, they made everyone line up in a singular line, and just while we're still in the theaters, like, everybody line up in a line and get your things out that you want signed. Just get them out, have them out and ready. So I had to bring a poster, and the poster I brought was a Tusk poster. And so he came around and he saw my Tusk poster, and he was like, wow, not many people want me to sign many of these. And I was like, yeah, I'm just a big fan of it. I love Tusk. And he said, well, thank you very much, I appreciate that. And I said, well, thank you. And he went on to the next person. So, mini brief interaction. And then they're like, all right, now Kevin Smith's going to take pictures with everybody. So now everyone go upstairs to the theater. So we had to go upstairs, up all of these stairs. And he's like, we have a little photo op room. So, waited another. So it took like a half hour to get my thing signed. And then it took another half hour to 45 minutes to stand in line and wait to get a picture. So the whole VIP experience was quite long, I must admit, for the Clerks 3 convenience tour. But, it was still worth it. I don't want to seem like I'm complaining about the whole thing. I had a great night with my great pal. I did not get her a VIP ticket. I thought the VIP ticket was so expensive. I could have sworn in the fine print or something like that, the photo op was allowed for 2 people at the same time. Because usually when you go to conventions and stuff like that, you pay for a photo op. It says, this photo opportunity is good for you and a friend, or you and a group of 3 people. So you pay the $100 ticket for a photo op for the celebrity, and then you're allowed to bring somebody else in and then take a picture with them. So like when I met Tim Curry at Monsterpalooza a couple of years ago, the photo op I got with Tim Curry, it says it was good for you and a friend. So I brought my sister along. We're both big fans. The heck? Sorry, folks. I just got a interesting text message there. When you get a text message and then everything just stops and you're just like, whoa, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take the time to read that later. But what were you talking about? Oh yeah, how long it's. Yeah. So I thought the photo op to meet Kevin Smith was for me and for 2 people. Honestly, I just had that in my head. I was like, it was a photo op for 2 people, and then they're like, nah, you need a ticket. I was like, we both need to buy a $200 VIP ticket, so we need to spend $400 just to take this picture with Kevin Smith. I remember, that's what was going on in my brain when they rejected my friend. And then they're like, yeah, and I was like, damn, I'm so sorry. Turned to her, I was like, I'm so sorry, I gotta meet him alone. And she was like, it's fine, I'll sit here, I'll wait here. She waited for like a half hour by herself. She was a trooper for that. I do appreciate that. But I got to meet him. He was a nice guy, and I got the picture to prove it. So, yeah, he's one of my favorite people, really. He's just, I don't know, he seems very down to earth. And I've seen multiple documentaries about him at this point where he just seems like, dude, Stone Cold Steve Austin falls every time. He just brings a certain type of joy to his sets and stuff like that. It seems like people really want to be there, and he just loves making movies, especially with these View Askew Universe characters. And, yeah, I mean, he loves making them. People like watching him. Of course, he's going to have his haters. People have been hating on Kevin Smith for years and years and years for pretty much everything he makes at this point. So I think he's just making movies for himself now. That's why he's making Clerks 3. That's why he's making another Jay and Silent Bob Star Wars. Because after his heart attack, he's like, I'm living on borrowed time. And, excuse me. So he's just going to make what he wants to make. His new upcoming movie, the 4:30 movie, actually looks pretty good. I do want to see that in theaters at 100%. Oh, God. I got cast in a TV show. And I can't say much about it, unfortunately. I can say it was for Amazon Prime. That's all I can say, and I don't know if I can say anything else for what. I don't want to be slammed with a lawsuit or a breach of contract. All right, they're paying me some money to be on this show, and I don't want to get that taken away. But yeah, I got into a show, and it's pretty exciting. I was there for a few days filming it, and there was a lot of other people that were there filming it as well. And I met a lot of cool people. Made a lot of cool friends. I wish I could have hung out with them more, but everybody's schedule was different on the show. So after a while, we all kind of went our own separate ways. Some of my friends, went this way, that way, New York, wherever they went. And hopefully get to see them again someday. But I really wish I could talk about it. One day I'm going to talk about it. One day I'm going to spill the beans, as I say. I may have already made a video. I made a video about my time on the show already and how chaotic it was. But I can't release it yet. It has to come out when the show actually comes out. And I'm sure so many people are going to be reaching out and making their own videos about the show as well, because I can just see it being a big old thing. Okay, I don't know. I can't talk about it really. I really wish I could. It's so unfortunate. Damn. You'll see though. Time will tell. Give it a couple months for the show to come out. Give it a couple months. And then yeah. All right, we're gonna play a little game. Here. So I have some movies behind me. I don't know if you can tell. I have some movies behind me. I am going to close my eyes. I'm gonna pick a couple films, and then we're gonna talk about them, and we're gonna rank them. All right. So I'm gonna pick a couple. I have no idea what is where. I'm bad with where I put my films. All right. There's one. I'll take some from down here. Take a couple from over there. Alright, I don't know how many that is. And then we'll take one. I'll try to reach all the way towards the end here. And grab one at the end. Oh, things are falling. Alright, okay. Oh boy. Oh god damn, I just ruined that whole stack over there. Alright, we have a couple movies here. I grabbed Persona, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Le Samurai, R.I.P., The Magician, and, well, that's going to be hard to talk about, the whole Halloween collection. Alright, let's start with the Halloween collection, because I can't talk about every goddamn movie in that. If you got me started with Halloween, I could never stop. If you know me, you know I'm a Halloween fan. and I can talk about these movies all day long. I've seen all of them so many times each. I made a video. Oh, okay, here we go. I made a video with my friend ranking them, and you can watch that on this YouTube channel today. So go check that out. It's a pretty great, pretty cool video, I will say. And we rank them all from least to best, worst to best, best to worst, best of the worst. Hey, shout out Red Letter Media. But yes, Halloween, all-time favorite horror series. Michael Myers is my favorite serial killer. He's just the man. All right, we're going to The Magician, Ingmar Bergman. Man, I got this at Amoeba for $10. That is an absolute steal. $10 for The Magician on Blu-ray. Holy smokes. Okay, so unfortunately, this is one of those movies I've only seen one time. And I have the Blu-ray. I go back and rewatch it. But let's read the back here. Ingmar Bergman's, I know what it's about, okay? It's about a traveling magician, and he stops into a town, and they're like, what the hell, bro? Magic, bro? And he's like, yeah, dude. That's a terrible explanation of the film, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Ingmar Bergman's The Magician is an engaging, brilliantly conceived tale of deceit from one of cinema's premier illusionists, Max von Sydow, R.I.P. Stars as Dr. Vogler, a 19th century traveling mesmerist and peddler of potions whose magic is put to test in Stockholm by the cruel, eminently rational royal medical advisor Dr. Vergaris. The result is a diabolically clever battle of wits that's both frightening and funny, shot in rich, gorgeously gothic black and white. That is The Magician. What do I think about it? It's beautiful. I might have given it 4 stars at the time, but it might be a 4.5, maybe 5 stars. Magician is a perfect film by one of the most legendary directors of all time, Ingmar Bergman. So let's just talk about Persona, because this is also Ingmar Bergman as well. Love this box set from the Criterion Collection. If you have not subscribed to the Criterion channel, I recommend doing it. I just lost my subscription because I am kind of broke right now. But Persona is definitely something to check out, for sure. It is about love, and love at its finest. Persona is another haunting, gothically shot in black and white film by Ingmar Bergman. This time taking place on a beach, pretty much. Stars Liv Ullmann, B.B. Anderson, and who's that other guy in it? My goodness, he's in all of Bergman's movies. It's not Max von Sydow. I forgot his name, but he's also in this one as well. Persona might be better than The Magician, in my opinion. I think some would agree. It's just different. It's a different type of vibe than The Magician. But if you haven't seen any Bergman movies, I would say stop right now. Stop this podcast, dude, and go watch some Ingmar Bergman. He's a great philosopher of life. Wild Strawberries. There's so many to choose from. Seventh Seal, my goodness. This make me want to go on a Bergman rewatch again. Maybe I'll do that after this. Les Samurai. This is sealed. Alain Delon. Alain Delon? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering his name. He just passed away. Rest in peace. But he's kind of plays kind of like a spy in this movie almost. And it's a very slick, very sleek kind of film from the 60s, 105 minutes. Blu-ray, I would give it a good 4 out of 5 stars. Les Samurai. This one's wacky and wild. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, starring, of course, Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro, directed by Terry Gilliam, I believe, right? Yes, Terry Gilliam of Monty Python fame, Time Bandits, and whatnot. Terry Gilliam, I think, is one of the most underrated directors. Brazil's a great film as well. I think I have the Criterion of it. Yep, I see it over there. Brazil. I need to give that one a rewatch as well. It's been so long. It's been a minute. I need to rewatch these. I need to go and do that right now. But anyways, those are some pretty good movies I picked. They were not pre-picked at all. What you saw is what you got. Closed my eyes, picked them at random, and I wish I had more movies to do that with, because back in the day, was like a couple months ago. Back in my day, I had so many movies to choose from, and I really did. They were everywhere, in every crack, every hole, every crevice. I had movies galore. Every time I would see a lot of films, like, not just like, that's a whole lot of them, but like a lot, like, by a lot, excuse me. A lot of 10 films, I'd be like, sold. Went on Goodwill.com, saw a lot of movies, sold. I bought some off of Goodwill. Went to the swap meet. The lady's like, I have 50 movies. I don't really want them. I'd be like, buy them for $10. Sold. I just kept collecting them. And it started to be not really a problem. Well, when it came to space, it was a problem because I really had nowhere to put them. Some of them were just like lying on the ground collecting dust and rats and shit. And I was like, oh, man, I don't know. And also, I couldn't possibly watch all of them. I had so many, and I would say good 70% of them I had never even seen before. That's how many I had. I had thousands of films. I remember I made a video a couple of years ago where I bought so many of them. I bought like 1,000 movies for like $40, and it was insane how many I had. And obviously, I'd seen some of them, but if you have 1,000 movies, chances are you haven't seen them all, especially 1,000 different movies. It was just insane, and then I only collected more from there. I started collecting Criterion. I started collecting DVDs I didn't have, rare, and then I went into rare and hard to find DVD territory. I was like, I got to get my Dogma DVD. I got to get my Inland Empire DVD. I got to get Halloween. The producer's cut of fucking, what's it called? Damn, now I'm losing my train of thought here. Curse of Michael Myers, the producer's cut. Excellent cut of the film, by the way. Much, much better. A lot less confusing. It's still confusing. They still fucked that movie up, but much more entertaining, as they say. There's more Dr. Loomis in it. Why would you cut out Dr. Loomis? Why? So the producer... cut, there's more Dr. Loomis, and it's even better because that's Donald Pleasance's last film as Dr. Loomis. So there you go. He said he would do it until he died. Anyways, he said he just loved playing that character, Dr. Loomis. And honestly, I wish he was still around today because I 100% could see him doing many, many more Halloween sequels. They would just keep bringing him back. He was the star. Everyone says Jamie Lee Curtis Halloween, but honestly, in my opinion, Donald Pleasance was the star, and he was there from the first one, and he never really stopped. Really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and of course, Jamie Lee Curtis is the star as well. All right, I'm not trying to discredit Jamie Lee. She has paid her dues for Halloween and chasing around Michael Myers 100%. But Donald Pleasance is also right up there with her, in my opinion. Oh, man. So many talk of movies. I haven't really mentioned the movies that I've been making lately myself, and that would be Snakes 2. More Snakes, because that just came out about a week and a half ago as of filming this on my YouTube channel. Snakes 2 More Snakes is the sequel to my movie Snakes with 2 exclamation marks that came out last year, and honestly, it was a blast to make Snakes 2. I know since I made the first Snakes 1, I wanted to make 6 of them, I believe, 6 Snake movies. I had a blueprint for more. I had like a blueprint for 20 Snake movies, but that's just illogical, I think. 20 short film Snake movies, it's not impossible. I just said it's illogical. And I've narrowed it down to 3. So the next movie, Snakes 3, Battle for Planet Earth. Oops, I just leaked the title. Snakes 3, Battle for Planet Earth will be the final Snake movie. Sorry to say it, folks. Sorry, but it's all coming to an end. The grand finale to this trilogy of Snakes is on the horizon, and I'm looking for an October release date. I want it to come out during Halloween. So, yeah, spooky month time. Oh my gosh, I gotta make videos for spooky month. Jesus Christ, I don't know how I can do that, what I can do for it, if I can do it. Spooky month is such a big staple on my channel. I think it's very important, and I gotta make spooky videos now. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's gonna be difficult for sure, to say the least, but I think we got it in the bag. We always do. I'm not letting spooky month get to me now. There will be a spooky month in 2024. Speaking of themed months, I've always had the idea for a jolly month or a holiday month. some sort of Christmas festivity themed month when it comes to December. It's great to think last year, after Christmas, I was in Germany, and I went to a Christmas market in Germany. Crazy stuff. Had these 2 glass mugs that were unfortunately destroyed. Oh man, I don't even want to think about that. I don't. Anyways, on to a lighter notes. R.I.P. those Germany cups. This pre-workout is really hitting the spot. I can feel so much energy rushing through my veins. I feel like I need to take off this jacket, man. I'm going to start sweating. My metabolism's going through the roof. I'm going to start punching walls and shit. I'm going to start pooping out stuff and eating it. God. Alright. Hey, have you guys gotten your merch today? ZRiceFilms.com. Literally, ZRiceFilms.com. You can get this merch. You can get this hat today, alright? Or a hat similar to it. I think we have some snap packs on there still, but I'm going to have to check what we have in stock on our website. But get your merch today, ZRiceFilms.com. I don't really plug my merch that much. Maybe I should. Maybe it's a good thing that I try to plug it a little bit, because not many people know that I have a merch store, but I really do. And people have been begging me for years and years and years to make merch, and I finally have done so. So, hey, get that merch. Man, only a handful of people have gotten it. And yeah. So thank you to my friends and family who have gotten merch out there. I really do appreciate you. Really do appreciate you a lot. Man. Alright. Well, what else is there to talk about today? So many things have been happening in the world. Oh my God, we have to talk about finance. Alright. We're gonna talk about today's finance in a question of the day. Question of the day to all of you, and I want you to comment letter by letter your answer. What would you, if you had $100,000 and you want to turn that money into 200,000 nickels? All right. What society would you donate to? All right. Would you donate to the Cancer Society, where they treat cancer patients? Or would you donate to the Homeless Society, where they build houses for homeless people? Which one would you donate to, and why? $100,000. You can't split it. You can't split the money. You can't say 50,000 goes here, 50,000 goes there. No, you have 100,000, and you have to do one or the other. Why? And why not? I need to hear your answers. Here's my answer for it. I'll go first. Here's my answer. I would give it to McDonald's instead, because I'm loving it over there. I'm really loving it. But you can't do that. You can't do a third party. I can do a third party because I created the question. But you guys have to choose homeless people or cancer people. All right, there's no in between. And if I see you trying to do a third answer on there, my God, I'm gonna have to block you from the channel. I'm gonna have to prevent you from commenting ever again. Which is ironic, because I'm currently blocked on YouTube right now as I'm filming this. Usually when we film a podcast, we film it and then it's out the next day, or it's out in a few days after that. This one's gonna have to take another week. It's gonna have to take a week to upload, because goddamn, I have been banned from YouTube at the moment. Currently, right now, I have been hit with a copyright strike. So let's talk about that a little bit, huh? Let's talk about that, YouTube. Let's talk about a copyright strike, because you've copyright striked my channel. First, you gave me a warning. A couple years ago, I uploaded what's called a vomit compilation. Alright, and it's quickly become the most popular video on my YouTube channel. Let's check the views on vomit compilation, alright? Let's check the amount of views on vomit compilation. So, we're at 147K, almost 150K, and it's rising. So it'll hit the 150K in about a couple weeks. 147K for Vomit Compilation. And what is Vomit Compilation exactly? It's not even a vomit compilation. It's more of a spitting compilation. Which also, I don't know if spitting goes against YouTube's terms of services, but I'll get to that in a minute. So Vomit Compilation, which is still up on my channel, has 147,000 views. Pretty popular, alright? Definitely the most viewed thing I've ever made, so that's pretty cool. And I'm fine with that. Vomit Compilation, I think, is hilarious, and it deserves a watch by everybody. So, but what is Vomit Compilation exactly? What is it a compilation of, if not vomit? It's spitting. It's spitting out bananas, alright? And chocolate pudding and stuff like that. It's a compilation of clips from my movie The Sick Day that I made with my brother. The Sick Day is a short film I made back during COVID times, 2020. And we were just stuck inside, and we had this crazy idea for a movie. What if these two kids can't go to school because they're sick, so they start throwing up everywhere. They start hacking and wheezing, and that's the film. That's the plot. And so we filmed that, and it was great. And of course, obviously, we couldn't projectile vomit everywhere for every single scene. So we got some bananas, we got some chocolate pudding, pretended to spit. That was our vomit. That was our fake movie vomit. It's movie magic, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So we put that out there. Video doesn't get taken down for nothing. Nothing, alright? I'm not even monetized, but if I was, I wouldn't be demonetized, alright? At least I don't think I would be. This is where the story gets interesting. So, put out The Sick Day, and I said, you know what? I think it'd be funny if I just made a supercut of every vomit moment. And there's quite a few of them. Every vomit moment, put it in a compilation, called it Vomit Compilation, put it out there, skyrockets to become my most popular video. So I said, my goodness, goddamn, this is popular. We're going to make a Sick Day number 2, a sequel to our previous film, The Sick Day. So then we called it Vomit Monday. Vomit Monday is the sequel, and it's essentially the same thing. Two kids get sick, and they have to stay home, and they vomit everywhere and on each other, and it gets pretty crazy. Same thing though, fake vomit, blah, banana, blah, watermelon, blah. We did use watermelon. It didn't look like vomit, but hey, banana looked probably the best. All right, so we put that out there. All right, we put it out there. Instant success, Vomit Monday, one of my most viewed films on my channel, 100%. And I was like, all right, we're going to make a compilation, Vomit Compilation 2, and it's going to be just the same thing, compilation of all the bleh moments from Vomit Monday. Excuse me. So it comes out instant. So, no, not instant. It gets like 20,000 views in a couple weeks. And I was like, this is going to be the most popular video on my channel. Vomit Compilation 2 is going to be even a bigger success than Vomit Compilation 1 and Vomit Monday and The Sick Day. All those vomit videos combined, it's going to be amazing. And then it gets taken down for sexual content. Alright, so this video, just about two kids spitting up bananas, gets removed for sexual content. And at the time, I was too scared to repeal it because I have seen firsthand from some friends of mine, their channels just get completely wiped after something like this happens. And I was so scared, I was like, I don't even want to touch it. I'll take my warning and I'll get out of here. My warning is essentially just a slap on the wrist, but they said if this happens again, we're going to give you a strike. It happens again, we're going to give you a second strike, and then a third strike, alright? And you don't want that. And I really don't. I don't want that. I don't want a first, second, third strike. I don't want any strikes. I don't even want this warning, alright? Who does? Who would want that? So I was pretty pissed, dude. I was like, you're gonna give me a warning for just two little guys vomiting up bananas for entertainment, for comedy purposes. It's not even real vomit. I have real vomit in other videos of mine that have not been taken down. Alright, I watch my movie Dumb Warfare. Any of them. There's vomit in every single one, and real vomit. And none of them have been taken down. Alright, none of them have been taken. Maybe I'm setting myself up for failure. Maybe they're going to get taken down after this, but hey. They have not been taken down, alright? No breach of services. And then yeah, so and then I get a strike. I got a strike the other day for sparkler video. Posted a short of me and my friends playing around with sparklers. Yeah, it was a good time. But again, the clip is old and has already been uploaded to my channel once before. I just put it in short format to get a little boost. And then it just got taken down. It says, you have a strike. You cannot upload. You cannot live stream. You cannot pin comments. You cannot use your community tab for 1 whole week. And I know I'm probably making a big deal out of this right now. And you might be saying, Zander, this is the least of your concern. There's people dying out there in the streets of the country, and you're whining about getting a copyright strike on your channel. Yeah, I am. All right, no disrespect to the people dying on the streets. We love you very much. But if they're dying on the streets, I'm dying in my sheets. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know where I was going with that, dude. What's up with my hair today? I don't know which way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go out. It's supposed to be fluffy like that. You want it like that, or just put it all out in the front. All out in the front. Or maybe it's supposed to go in the back. Maybe. Let me clip this again. Maybe it's supposed to be ponytail. Maybe it's ponytail season. Like that. I look bare naked. Okay, maybe it's supposed to just go in just all hang out in the back like this, like Ariel. Like that. Almost look like a mullet now. Or maybe it's supposed to go all in the front. All in the front. I don't really know. Maybe I'm supposed to wear a hat, really. Maybe my hair's not really built for this style at the moment, and maybe I just got to cover up with a hat. That's what I've been doing, really. Every time I've been going out, I'm just been covering my hair with a hat because I've been kind of embarrassed because my hair is getting too goddamn long. Last time I cut my hair, though, people didn't like it. People said, your hair looks kind of messed up. And I thought about it, and I was like, yes, it does. Why did I cut my hair so short? I'm talking about the first time I cut my hair a couple years ago. At the end of 2022, my hair was super mega long. No, that's a lie. Excuse me. The end of 2021, my hair is super mega long and longer than this even. And I was just like, I gotta cut it, man. This is getting too long. I can't maintain it. I don't know how girls maintain their hair so well. Straighten it and combing and brushing it. I feel like they gotta do that every 5 seconds, and some of them do, to keep their hair nice, keep their hair flowing, keep their hair rich and smooth and creamy. But I couldn't do that, dude. I was just like, I would rather just cut it at this point, and I maintained my hair the best that I could. But after a while, I was like, I just want to cut it. So I cut it. People were like, well, what is that? Some other people were like, it looks nice. And I said, I miss my long hair, so I've been growing it out ever since. But now the time has come. The time has come, I think, to cut it again. What do you guys think? Should I cut it? Should I cut it short, bare to the bone, down to my skull? Should I look like Professor X? That would be kind of funny. Should I get it a little bit longer, look like Malcolm X? Or should I just keep it like this forever and look like... I was trying to think of another famous name with X in it, but I can't do it. I can't do it, brother. Brother, ew. I can't do it. This paperwork, I was hitting the spot, but it's making me sweaty. Is that what is supposed to happen? Axivite brings the heat. I've already read that, dude. Why am I reading that again? Oh, man. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure, or prevent any diseases. Damn, I was really hoping this would cure my cancer. I was really hoping this would cure my cancer that I have. The Paraxanthine is in one serving of this product is equivalent to the amount typically metabolized from 2 cups of coffee. Do not combine with any other source of stimulants, including caffeine. Discontinue use 2 weeks prior to surgery to keep out of reach of children. I still don't know the caffeine amount in this. I was looking for how much caffeine is in this Muscle Tech Burn IQ Smart Thermal Ultra Clean Clearing Energy and Cognition, but I don't know. Man. Alright, so what's coming up in ZRice Film? So, once this ban is lifted, which it already is now, then this podcast will have come out. Also, I have an epic vlog coming out, fully edited, fully done. Out. It's probably out right now, honestly, actually. Probably going to release that first. And then after that, I have another vlog that's coming out. I have a video that I'm making where I talk about every single celebrity that I have ever met. And I talk about it with my sister, and we just kind of we just bounce off each other, and we talk about everybody we've ever met, which is a lot of people. Tim Curry, Kevin Smith, Matthew Lillard, Danny Trejo, Stan Lee. Well, that one's unfair. Didn't really meet Stan Lee, but I did see him. In person. We're a couple feet away from each other. So I guess this doesn't really count as a medium. This video is just going to be about actually meeting people. I don't know if a video is interesting enough about celebrities you've seen in person out in the wild. I don't know if you would be interested in that, because that's not as exciting as actually meeting a famous person. Seeing them is like, okay, that's cool, but I don't know if that's basis enough to make a whole YouTube video out of it. But then again, it is. YouTube, you have free range to do whatever you want, whatever you please, whatever you can think of. And that's why I love YouTube so much. And that's why I'm going to keep making videos like this and crazy other stuff like this for as long as I can. For as long as I can go. Because here's the thing. As the Beatles once said, love is all you need. And I would have to agree with that. And sometimes love is not enough. You need more stability. You need more understanding. You need more from the heart. And you need more from your brain. You can't listen to one over the other. You need to combine them, intertwine them with how you think and what you do in life. I don't know if I'm making much sense now, but love is not enough, ladies and gentlemen. You need a little bit more than that. And I have a lot of love to give. There's a lot of people that I love very dearly. And I'm sure I'm going to meet people along the way, friends, family, whatever. And I just want to show them the amount of love that I have. And yes, that is my send-off for the day. Love each other as much as you can, because you never know when they're going to leave. You never know when someone's going to die in a car crash, horrifically. All right. So hug your brother, hug your sibling, because they could go off tomorrow and go on a plane, and then that plane gets hijacked and flown into a building. You never know. You never know, dude. What's gonna happen? So just love each other while you can. I said this in my 10th anniversary video. If you can do what you love with the people you love, that's it. That's golden. You're golden. And I didn't really realize it before, but that's what I've been doing for many, many years. I'm privileged to have this film camera. I'm privileged to have people that love and care about what I do and the videos that I make and the movies that I make. I'm privileged to have all of these things, people that want to help, want to support, and so those are the people that I love. And I'm doing what I love most, and it's making videos, making movies like this. Yeah, I was really lucky, and I didn't realize that before, how lucky I was. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's helped me on a video ever. Anyone who has supported, anyone who has ever commented, anyone who has ever subscribed, whether you like me or you're not. I do appreciate you. I do care about you, and I only want the best for you guys. Because you're helping me out, I want to help you out, and I'm going to do the best I can, alright? So that's the message of the day. Love each other. That might be the name of the podcast as well. We should just call this The Love Show. Welcome to The Love Show with Zander Rice. Today we're going to be talking about 3 things I love. Corn dogs, McChickens, and McRibs. Because the McRib is back. And it's coming this way to a McDonald's near you. Man, top 3 McRibs. We're going to be talking about top 3 McRibs. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's the message for the day. I think that's what we got going on. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was fun. Hope it was entertaining. This is the Zander Rice Show. So if I talk about things that are... I don't know where I was going with that sentence. But thank you for watching. I love you. I appreciate you. A lot of fun things coming up. Snakes 3. Spooky month. Another Dumb Warfare movie? No, I'm just kidding. It was the end of the road. But dude, the other day I was thinking about it. I was like, would it be so bad if I made another Dumb Warfare movie? There's just too much goddamn fun. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. I love you very much. Goodbye. My name is Zander Rice. I've been your host for the day. I must bid you adieu. So good night. Mwah. And goodbye. Bang.